Right now at noon, communities across the 4 states honor our nation's veterans.
Now we've got a beautiful fall-like day across the area. Gorgeous conditions. It's going to be warmer tomorrow. Rain on the way. Look at your forecast is coming up.
Plus, a woman's death in Missouri has residents calling for stricter guidelines around bridges.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Snowy. A Veterans Day brunch is served to honor first responders and military personnel. KOAM's Mitch Adams has more.
I think it means a lot, because a lot of veterans are struggling. Once they get out, they don't know what to do. We give them a purpose.
Veterans Day celebrates sacrifices our military men and women make each day. The Webb City VFW and American Legion teamed up to serve brunch to area veterans and first responders.
Every year this is a breakfast to thank all veterans and also first responders. We try to give back to the community. We run bingo, and that's how it pays the bills, and it gives us money to help give back to the community.
The event also falls on the birthday of the Marine Corps, which turns 249 years old in 2024. Paul Espinoza reflected on his time with the Marine Corps and spoke about how this type of occasion makes him feel.
Since I'm a Cold War veteran, I never did consider myself as a veteran because we didn't go to war. I didn't see any combat. So now I look at it a little differently, but it's important to me because you need to support your first responders. That's the main reason we're here is first responders and veterans. And they need to know that they've got all the support.
With times changing, Commander Wilson told us about how the reception of military veterans differs from years past and how support can make a huge difference to a veteran feeling forgotten.
I think it makes them feel appreciated because a lot of veterans don't feel appreciated. Especially after Vietnam, there was a lot of veterans that there were signs that said sailors and dogs keep off the grass, or military. So you've seen a lot of those, and I think that attitude has changed a lot over the years, and people are definitely more appreciative of our veterans.
In Webb City, Mitch Adams, KOAM News.
The VFW in Webb City will be hosting a Thanksgiving dinner in the coming weeks, which will be open to all community members. Well, the Barton County Eagles 4405 hosted a veterans dinner for veterans in the community. While the dinner was free for everyone, donations were recommended for people who attended that weren't veterans. People who attended also got to watch football games, play pool, and more.
Helping serve everyone in our community. We're a nonprofit organization, and we just want the community to know that we're trying to be more involved with them and help take care of our community and put them first, and anything that they need, they can come see us and get help with that. So
there was no set goal, and all donations were going to be given to a PTSD foundation. Well, Joplin played host to its own Veterans Day parade. It's the 37th year American Legion Post 13 has organized and hosted the parade. Saturday honored all branches of the military with highlights including marching bands from MSSU, Joplin, and East Newton. Now, the Grand Marshal was former mayor and longtime city councilman Phil Stinnett. There were about 50 entries coming from all over the region. Now let's check in with Chris Warner for a look at the forecast.
Yeah, we've got an absolutely gorgeous day out there. We're seeing clouds gradually going to be increasing, but only to partly cloudy status, so still plentiful sunshine out there. A look from earlier this morning, MoDOT camera 20th and Rangeline. Again, we started the day with those clear skies, a little bit of patchy fog. All in all, not a bad start to the day, and temperatures were cold, but they're right where they should be. Had a few clouds also this morning from our camera in downtown Pittsburgh, and of course now we're getting a few more clouds across the region as we head into the afternoon. We started yesterday at 44, so a bit above where we should be, made it up to 65. So again, a bit above where we should be, but we're not dealing with over the top above normal temperatures like with a record high back in 1949, nor are we dealing with very frigid temperatures like we got during that big cold spell in 2018. As we look at the temperature trend, again, we're about average. It should be about 60, so we're a few degrees above here and there. We're going to be well above as we head into this upcoming Tuesday, and then temperature is going to drop, and it is going to be a bit on the chilly chilly side. In fact, we're going to start going below normal as we head into parts of next week. Through the rest of our evening, partly cloudy skies out there. Now, our north winds at 5 to 10 as we head overnight will eventually shift out of the east at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. And these temperatures again fall back closer to average, 49 by 11, and we'll be right around the mid 40s again tonight. As mentioned, it's going to be even warmer tomorrow. Then we got rain chances, and then we've got another round of well above normal temperatures ahead of a big cool down. All those details for you here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, the McDonald County Museum in Pineville held a pancake breakfast fundraiser yesterday at the Pineville Community Center. The goal is for the museum to raise more than $200,000 to get an elevator installed into the building. Now, there was also a raffle where if a ticket number was called, attendees could go claim a prize for their choice, ranging from books to board games. Well, Curious Minds Discovery Zone partnered with many area organizations to have their 5th annual Touch a Truck at Marvel Park in Parsons. The event allowed kids to interact with more than 23 vehicles, including dump trucks and fire engines. And there were even non-truck vehicles like helicopters and tractors.
It's for kids to be able to climb on the vehicles, see what they're interested in, and maybe it's a career they want to go in or they just want to know a little more about it. Each truck has fun facts about the truck, so it's also a learning experience for the children.
More than 1,000 people attended the event last year, and organizers say they hope they beat that this year. The Fair Acres Family YMCA and Feeding Incorporated partnered up for their first ever Share the Harvest Color Fun Run and Raffle. Now, the fun run took place at Kellogg Lake in Carthage as colored sand was thrown at the participants who ran a 1-mile course. The event is a fundraiser for Feeding Incorporated.
It's a good opportunity to not only participate in something fun, but to give back to your community. We've had a lot of people that have come out today. It takes quite a few volunteers to put something like this on, and they've given of their time, taken time out of their schedule on a Saturday to come out and just support our cause.
The run also had an after party where prizes were given out. The Ronald McDonald House Charities of the 4 states put on its annual Gift of Light, Gift of Love ceremony. Activities for people to participate in included photos with Santa and story time with Mrs. Claus. The festivities ended with a Christmas tree lighting. Well, still ahead, residents in Southwest Missouri are urging drivers to take more precautions around bridges. And later, we're making classic scalloped chicken in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. An Amber Alert was issued in Southwest Missouri in connection to a possible kidnapping. Authorities are seeking a black SUV with an unknown license plate. At 6 p.m. yesterday, a mother and 2 children in O'Fallon, Missouri left their home with 2 unknown males. They then traveled to Phillipsburg, Missouri, where the mother and children were separated and put into 2 separate cars. Authorities say it's likely the vehicles traveled through I-44 to Tulsa, where the mother's phone last pinged. Well, a 2-vehicle crash in Dunaway yesterday sends 2 people to the hospital. A truck traveling north on Pebble Road went to make a turn onto 7th Street when it T-boned an SUV, smashing it into the driver's side door. The SUV went off the road and took out a sign. Firefighters had to free the occupants from the SUV, and 2 adult females were transported to an area hospital, suffering non-life-threatening injuries. A woman in Missouri was found dead after her vehicle reportedly drove off a bridge into floodwaters. Residents say there was a lack of precautions taken to make sure incidents like hers didn't happen. Megan Kernan has more.
They don't have any barriers up. They should have had more concrete barriers around there, especially since they already had taken part of the bridge down.
Barbara Gross lives near Bayless Ave and has safety concerns about the construction project.
I won't go that way until the bridge is completely finished, because I just don't feel safe after what happened yesterday.
Once the floodwaters started to recede on Tuesday, the manager of BP on Bayless Ave tells us he noticed Nancy Parasoto's car at noon and immediately called police.
She was on her way to vote, and it was like at 6 o'clock in the morning. A concrete barrier would have helped, prevented her from going down.
Then a few hours later, Kenneth Ludwig was found dead in the same creek. Both deaths are being investigated as drownings.
It was devastating.
Gravois Creek not only flooded the roads, but also homes nearby, forcing several people to move.
Yeah, I will tell you, I did not expect to wake up and that'd be my last day in this house for God knows how long, if at all.
Around 5:45 a.m., my neighbor came and knocked on the door. Basically, my car was almost underwater and told us to, we would have to evacuate.
Omar Perez and his family were left packing up what they could salvage and moved into a new apartment after the creek flooded their entire home.
Basically, everything is damaged, the couches, everything. I mean, the water was about an inch inside of the home.
Perez also wants to see more being done to block off the construction.
It raises concerns because we don't know what's going on there. Like, people are now dead there. It's crazy.
Still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Do you suffer from the what's for dinner jitters? If so, stick around because we've got something to help you out.
And we are keeping an eye on a warmer day for our Tuesday and then rain chances Wednesday. Details in your full forecast right after this. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon on this Veterans Day Monday here in the 4 states, and an absolutely beautiful day it has been and will continue to be. Let's start with a quick look outside from this morning from our camera downtown Pittsburgh. Again, we already had a few clouds out there. We also had to contend with some patchy fog to start the day, but that has cleared out. Clouds, though, not clearing out. We're going to start to go partly cloudy across the region as we head a little later into the afternoon, and even some mostly clear skies here and there with that light north breeze at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. More partly cloudy skies as we go overnight tonight, and again, the winds will begin to shift out of the east on us at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. So again, they're at least manageable. Temperatures still above normal, but again, we're not dealing with like what we saw back in October with temperatures well above normal. Remember when they were about 20 degrees above average? Not quite to that point with these temperatures. As we head through our Tuesday, it's going to be a partly cloudy day. Winds by the afternoon will shift out of the southeast at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. So some of our southern counties may get a little warmer. So we're still going to be above average, but our southern counties may be a bit more as we see some upper 60s, maybe even some low 70s for our Tuesday. So those are the warmer temperatures we're expecting, which will also lead, of course, to a slightly milder overnight. Temperatures only falling back into the 50s for many of us and upper 40s. Remember, we should be about 39 for the average. So tomorrow night, much warmer. Still, partly to mostly cloudy skies as clouds increase toward Wednesday morning. So by 5 a.m., we're all dry, but as we head later into the day, we're going to start to see scattered showers and thunderstorms, say by 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. The good news, no severe weather is expected. The bad news at this point, we're not looking at widespread rain, and while we need it, not everybody's going to get rain, but as you can see, at least some of us going to get some kind of shower, and again, maybe some thunderstorm activity as we head through the day. By noon, most of it is on its way out of here, and by about 1 o'clock, we're pretty well dry. And you see the spin here, there's actually a low pressure that's bringing us these rain chances in the morning. Excuse me, it's going to be just to our north, and so because of that, some of our far northern counties may get one more stray shower or two in there, but the majority of us will be dry. As we head into our Thursday, temperatures Wednesday and Thursday are going to be a little closer to normal. So again, today, mid-60s, mostly clear to partly cloudy skies and that light north breeze at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. As we head into the evening hours, not bad, still above average, mid-40s out there. Partly cloudy skies, east breeze at around 5 to 10. Then southeast breeze again as we head into our Tuesday, a bit warmer, even more so above normal as we go upper 60s, maybe some low 70s. And again, southeast wind at around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now over the next 10 days, again, we have the rain chances. First half of our Wednesday, temperatures still just a hair above normal for Wednesday and Thursday, back well above normal for Friday and Saturday, upper 60s, low 70s. And then Sunday, take a look, rain chances out there. They're not the greatest rain chances in the world, but we'll take any kind of rain chance we can get. Temperatures starting to fall a bit. Tuesday, only 60 for the high. Temperatures falling through the day. Then we go well below normal. So we fall back into the low 30s Tuesday night. We're looking as though we may only make the upper 40s and low 50s as we head into next Wednesday. So it will certainly feel like November as we head toward the middle of the next work week. Elise?
All right, well, stick around. We're making classic scalloped chicken in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Howard is showing us how to make a classic scalloped chicken in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
So I've got a question for you. Around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, do you get a bit jittery thinking about what you're going to make for dinner? If you do, you're not alone. As a matter of fact, 80% of Americans are in the same boat. So to help you out, we're sharing a fill-you-up casserole that's comforting and easy to whip up. The first thing we're going to do is saute some boneless, skinless chicken breasts that we cut into half-inch chunks. Once these are cooked through, we turn off the heat and add some chicken broth, a bit of prepared gravy, a bunch of fresh sliced mushrooms, frozen peas, some pimentos that we've drained, and last but not least, some quick cooking rice. After giving this a stir, we pour it into a casserole dish and cover it and pop it into the oven to let all the flavors meld together. Once it's bubbling hot, ring the dinner bell or just call the troops to the table any way you can, 'cause dinner's ready. Maybe team this up with a salad and some crusty bread for a meal that'll warm you up from the inside out. To get your hands on this stress-free recipe for our classic scallop chicken, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an all-American way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website, of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. We'll be right back.
All right, temperatures not too bad today, mid-60s, upper 60s, low 70s Tuesday. A few morning showers and storms Wednesday. Those are done by 1. Low 60s Wednesday, Thursday. Much warmer Friday and Saturday, back into the upper 60s and low 70s. And then we have rain chances Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And then that's going to bring in much colder weather. Low 30s Tuesday night, low 50s for highs by Wednesday afternoon.
Well, certainly a gorgeous day today. Be sure to get out and enjoy it. Coming up tonight at 5, a new report on shrinkflation shows many popular household items have shrunk since the pandemic, but in many cases the prices have stayed the same. A survey from the personal finance site LendingTree shows 82% of the people said they find shrinkflation deceiving. Plus, we meet a World War II veteran who reflects on his service this Veterans Day. And the Joplin Salvation Army hands out Thanksgiving meals to the community. You can join us for those stories and more on KOAM News at 5. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Have a great rest of your day and happy Veterans Day.